So here you have just some behind the scenes of me sort of creating a scene using my animatic as reference, like creating the paper cutouts for a scene using my animatic as reference. There's also a few more here of just me making the paper cutouts or me animating a scene, yada yada yada, that kind of thing, setting up a scene. Says there are some speed draws of the character sheets. Only 3 of them I managed to actually record. There should be 2 more clips of me creating famine and pestilence, like as paper cutouts. I had a really hard time importing those, so I'm not sure if they will be able to be featured, but that does exist also. I chose to make them look this way because it's a very simple art style. It kind of mimics, I intended it to be animated very similar to South Park's art style, because it's a very simple art style that can sort of be done quite quickly, and the jankiness and the sort of choppiness works for it. It lends itself quite well to it. So that's why I sort of leaned into that art style a bit more, especially near the end, because I knew it was just going to be far quicker to do that kind of thing. Whereas with my music video, I had a lot more time on my hands. I was a lot more organised with that one. So I made it a little bit more detailed. But at the same time, I didn't really have as much research or anything to be doing on that project as well. There is also some behind the scenes outtakes and alternative shots for the live action scene. So like a lot of the alternative shots I didn't want to use purely because they didn't look how I wanted them to, or they looked a little bit silly. Some of them, like some of the ones where I fall down the stairs, look a bit goofy. They look a bit silly. Most of the things in here will just be things that either didn't go well, I wasn't entirely happy with, or stop yawning. Most of the clips in here will be ones I'm like not. I am so disappointed in myself. I used to be really smart.
Okay, so I've got the meat, which is liver, that I've just put into a yellow food bag to make it look more like bio waste. Liver is my preferred meat to use for these things because it's really bloody and gross, and it's very, very cheap. This is my fake blood. I keep it in a spray tube. Scooter!
So these are a lot of the live action scenes that I either like were alternative shots or were behind the scenes or things I didn't include because they either went wrong, I didn't like the way they looked, they just weren't up to the standard that I wanted them to be. They didn't look how I wanted them to. That, and there's a few bloopers in there and a few behind the scenes kind of sort of my thoughts at the time. Like when I fell down the stairs, there's a little clip of me saying how I'm not injured. I've done this stunt plenty of times. Same with the scene where I eat the meat. I don't actually eat it. I placed it on my chin and it was really, really gross. So there's all that sort of behind the scenes stuff. There's also one where I accidentally spray my mum with the fake blood. So there's a few of those in there. But these were really just to reflect on scenes I didn't, like clips I didn't use and why I didn't use them. These were mostly just test shots.
Liver in my mask!
I'm recording it because then it's running out.
Okay, well, there you go. I had to just put liver on my chin so it didn't go in my mouth. So like fake eating it. That was fucking horrible. It stinks in there now. I'm about to do a stunt which I've done multiple times to scare my mum. I am not in danger. I have done this before. It's popping. I'm okay. I'm not dead. I am not dead. This is a stunt. Look at this. Stuntman. I can get out of it. It's Billy Stuntman.